Hey Slayers, what's up? It is your girl Tiana, aka the Swagslayer, creator of the Swagslayer Talk, weekdays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rhonda has me over here laughing as I'm hitting the live button.
Hey y'all.
We are here with our special guest, Matt from My World Ecom. He has been reselling what did I tell you guys all week? Longer than I've been alive. I've been exaggerating, but he really does know his stuff. I'm actually going to read his bio verbatim. Y'all know I don't read nobody's bio verbatim, but I am going to do it today. So, Matt is a six-figure Amazon seller. He started his online reselling career after being turned down for numerous jobs due to his past drug felony charges. In 2016, he visited family in Trinidad and discovered selling on Amazon while trying to devise a plan to live abroad and make money online. After selling random products for months, he stumbled upon selling used books and quickly took the drug selling logic of distribution and put that towards his book selling business and became an industry standard. Matt has been moving millions of books around the world and was on a brink of opening a brick and mortar used book prior to the pandemic in 2020. Matt now sells various items on many online marketplaces while teaching and mentoring other sellers to make money online. I just have to say, one of the best bios I've ever gotten, better than my own bio that I've never used, by the way, so y'all don't even know what it says. But I love how you took knowledge you already had that previously put you in a situation where you couldn't get a job. You were like, I'm going to just flip that into what I can do to get paid. And I like that innovation and that thinking, because so many people think they're trapped in their situation. But the truth is, if they look outside of that, they can use the skills that they've learned, because those are skills, and just flip it into something else that can make them money. What's up, Mike?
Yes. And I tell you, this is what caught me. This is what really blew my mind when I read that, was because I was like, what? Drug selling logic of, okay, wait a minute. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me. And it just jumped off the page at me, because I was like, there's a whole lot of people that could flip that whole scenario, that whole, and be making, some coins.
Yeah.
And legally. But no shade to the pharmacists, it's okay, I'm good. But I'm just thinking that if you take that same concept and put it toward a business, baby, let me tell you what could happen.
Yeah,
that really blew my mind, Matt. That was just, I thought about that all night. I thought about it this morning, and I couldn't wait to tell you that I thought that was genius. I think it's genius. Hey, Lewis, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Mike? What's up, Lewis?
Yes. Oh, hey, Mike. Hey, Lewis. I can't see the comments, y'all, so I have to speak when they come on.
All right. I'm on the wrong side. Okay, I'm over here.
Yes.
Go ahead. I mean, just talk about that. Talk about how you just came to that.
When I first, like, you may talk from the beginning how I got to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before going to prison, I worked at the shipyard. I worked as a fiber optic tech on submarines. So I had a 3.5 star security clearance. But That was a part-time job, because the full-time job was the drug dealer, even though I worked over 40 hours a week. My supervisors, people at the shipyard, all were using drugs, so it was an easy.
Right.
I made more money going to work selling drugs than I did.
Right.
With the paycheck. Right.
Even
That's crazy.
Then when I got incarcerated from a friend telling on me, in there I met pretty much the only thing I did was read books and work out. And then I met and play chess. And then I met a lot of brilliant people. And then in there, we cannot move. We're all together in a small area. Right. So you have to adapt and learn what to say and when not to say the right thing to the wrong individual, because you don't know how the day is going. He might have found out his wife is sleeping with his best friend, or who knows, whatever the case, or his kids are getting in trouble. Who knows, whatever. So I started using that same information while talking to them and maneuvering around people that you have to be. You're in a pot with a bunch of people from different lifestyles, different mindsets, and everything. So you have to adapt to that. So then when I started to sell stuff online, When I got out, I got a job at the shipyard. First I went into a friend's car dealership. I invested $100,000 into a dealership. And a couple months later, some issues happened, and that all pretty much lost all that money. So then I had to go back to the shipyard. I went to a temp company, and due to my record, the temp company lowballed me. So I was like, all right, let me just take the job. So after working there for a couple of months, I was like, man, this is not enough money to sustain what I need to pay and stuff like this. So I got a second job at the shipyard. So I was working, there probably was about a mile and a half, a little over a mile apart. So I had one job started at 7 in the morning, ended at 3:30, and then I had to walk a mile and a half to start the second job that started at 4 o'clock and work till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then keep doing the same thing over and over. But again, it goes to what is it? Idle's mind is the devil's playground.
True.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So I was like, so after I kept doing that for a while. I did it for years and years, and I hated it because even though the money was great at times, even working at the shipyard as a temp, but it breaks you down because then after a while, some of the supervisors would sit there and be like, hey man, I need you to do this or do that. I'm like, man, go forget you. And then I had to do it till when I finally got off papers. My family's from the Caribbean, Trinidad. Trinidad is a small island off the coast of Venezuela.
Right.
Carnival. This is I think it was 2016. Yeah, beginning of 2016. I did eBay and stuff like that from the car dealership selling parts, but I didn't take it seriously. So I was the one that customers probably cussed out because they'll buy a part and I'll ship it 3 weeks later. I'm like, I already got the money in my PayPal. Hey, I got to ship it. I didn't know the power. What I didn't really understand how to do it, so I didn't really take it seriously. So when I was in Trinidad, my cousin lost her phone. So I was like, man, we can go on online and we can go on Craigslist, eBay, OfferUp and buy a phone in a couple of days. But there they don't have those software like that. I mean, they have something better now than they did previously. So I kept Googling, like, man, how can I live here on U.S. wages?
Yeah.
So I found out about Amazon. And that's when I started diving deeper into learning eBay. And then I was doing private label. My first product got it up doing pretty good. But then a couple of months, it was right before AirPods came out. So I bought some generic ones from China, brought them in. They started selling good. I got to the point I was buying them for somewhere around like $12 a piece and selling them for $50 a piece. And then got up to 10 items. I think the highest we got to was around 15 items a day. My cousin and I was helping me label the stuff.
Right.
So my supplier came in, made a listing, and tanked the price. So at the time I was going to meetups. The guy told me that he was selling. He was giving me tips on how to boost the ranking and how to do keyword research and stuff like that. And I kept doing it. Learning PPC, but I wasn't that great at it. Then after a couple of meetups, he told me he sold $30,000 selling used books. This was a black guy. So I looked at him and said, ain't no way in fucking hell. no way you made $30,000 selling no used books online.
Right.
Go for that.
It's unbelievable. Right.
It was like, what? There's no way, man. So when I had my cell phone, he took me to the bookshelf. We scanned a couple of books. First book came up, it was no profit, high rank. Then the second book came up with a profit. Then I scanned some more, like, oh shit, this guy might be telling something about this. So they had a bookstore inside of the library. So after the meetup, I went in there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw $10 on this. I'm gonna buy it, see what I can do. Sold the very first book within 20 minutes. I forgot the name of it.
Wow.
Not 20 minutes, sorry, less than 24 hours. Yeah. It was a book with a little girl on it, something Castle, very popular book. So I bought the book. I sold that one, then I was hooked. I was like, man, I can just go places and buy books go to library sales and buy books. Like I don't have to run around in stores and keep scanning a bunch of products and stuff like this. So I bought a few. Then I kept going to thrift stores after work. I was like, man, shit, if I'm buying these books, I might be the third person, the fifth person, who knows how many times this aisle has been scanned.
Right.
About buying them in bulk. So I started going to companies, say, hey, man, I want to buy all the books in the back. I want to buy books and buy them in large quantities. A lot of people turned me down. They were like, what do you want to do with all these books? You want to read a lot. Yeah, I read a whole lot. I want 1,000 books because I'm going to read them all. It's going to take me an hour to read them. Come on, man, tell me the books. You know what I mean?
Yes, I read a lot. Mind your business.
So,
Mind your business, exactly.
Mind your business. Just sell if you're going to sell.
Yeah. So that's when I started putting the logic of, man, this is similar to selling drugs, because when you sell drugs, you're doing something. The only people that really know what you're doing is the person you're doing it with. Other people probably looking at it. And you go to a store, you probably see somebody sell drugs right in front of you, and you probably never know it. Your eye is not trained to see that. Right. So what I kept doing, I was like, oh shit, this is the same logic. So let me start putting this logic together. So that's when I started going to other companies and started talking to them straight, like, hey man, I want to sell them because I know you can't sell them, and I know they got them in the back. So once I started mixing those two together, we went from selling, it was actually February 5th. Not February, March 5th is when I sent my first set of books in. I think it was like 84 books. Then within less than a year, going to about a truckload and a half a month.
Oh, wow.
Moving from after a truckload to 2 truckloads to having city libraries, schools, and city entities start paying us to remove the books.
Take the books. Because it's like junk removal at that point. So
yes.
I have, first of all, let's say what's up to Terry, Novia,
hey, Terry,
Tasha, and Nisha. What's up, y'all? But I have
Nisha,
Lewis.
And Lewis. Why we said at the same time?
Yes.
And Lewis.
Telling people he's speed reading. That's why he need the books.
And I'm in training for the world championships. Stop it, I say. Stop it. But if it works, keep it going, boo. Keep it going.
Yep. So Nostradamus. I told a lot of people that. I got to sleep on it to get the information that way.
That's hilarious. But yes, I like that. I mean, I'm all for being honest, but hey, do what you got to do to make this money.
You know, again, mind your business. You just selling or what?
Hey, and I do agree with that because, you know, as a retail arbitrager, I retail arbitrage more than I thrift. If I come to the register with 50 of one thing, all of a sudden I get a trillion questions. I don't answer questions. I just stand at the register. When you're done, I pay, and I walk out like stone face. They're like talking to me, and I'm like,
and why do I believe this? So I believe it. I believe, but you know that is true. I mean, just me going. I was in Dollar Tree. And when spent, I don't know how much money, but half of it was for me and half of it was for reselling. But what do you do? What do you do?
I hate that.
I love when they ask that question, because as soon as they ask that question, to me, I look like I got it. I'm like, all right, now I have a way where you can make some money also if you allow me.
Right. Pitch them.
From there, like, because I already got your interest. Like, okay.
Right.
Because everybody want to make more money. I'm like, all right, let me talk to you in the back. What time do you get off? I took people out to lunch because of that. They say, hey, they're like, all right, and then I build up a relationship. As soon as it comes in the back, it never makes it to the front because I bought it in the back.
Well, now I believe in making relationships because I tell you that that is always key, and you know, in your business. I mean, you just have to tell people what you do. And just like I just got free inventory, you know, last night, telling somebody, you know, just
but you
my
are
friends,
also talking to regular people. When I'm in the store, like Target, like resellers, Nike does not
TJ
like
Maxx.
They
call me. Yeah, TJ Maxx will call me, and they'll say, "Oh, we just got such and such and such." Oh, okay, hold on. You know what to do. You know, I mean, I build relationships when I'm out and about, especially at certain places. And because I want to get that merchandise. Before that clearance hits the public, I need to, y'all. You need to be on the phone.
Today.
I know. I just got all excited about it. But you know, you need to be on the phone telling me what's going on.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yep.
And so Rhonda is on location today, but she's using her cell phone because it has better service. Because if you're at the other show, her computer doesn't have the best service. If you see me rubbing my eyes or I turn my camera off, my allergies are acting crazy. The pollen count is outrageous. So don't think I've gone anywhere. I just need to take a minute because they burn so bad. So Novia is saying, I thought I was doing something by making enough in book reselling by buying everything for back to school shopping, but I love this tip. Yes, that's why we have these conversations, because there's so many things that we don't all think about, but when we come together, we get new ideas, new ways of thinking, and it opens our mind. So tell us, so you started selling books by, you said, a truck and a half. Like, have you ever had more than that? Did you have a warehouse? Tell us how that went.
An 8,000 square foot bookstore and warehouse combined.
Nice.
But I kept going up. Started from in my garage, then went to a storage unit, then went to a bigger storage unit, then another storage unit, and each time kept going up in size. The bookstore didn't get to take off the way I wanted to because of the pandemic. So
Yeah.
like, how do I sanitize a book?
Right.
But then it was like, and then I started, so after that, but it made me pivot and start thinking of, I'm still getting these books. There's other sellers that need books.
That's
So
true.
showing people how to be able to maximize the books, because getting the books is the easy part. It's getting rid of them is the part that you got to really start to think about, and even getting rid of them when you're looking at quantity and getting rid of them fast enough. You have to go for a book. It's going through the duds fast to get the good ones, so that way you can find the good ones to sell, and then make money off of the which are the duds, to be able to get those out of there to get more in. So like books, it's a numbers game, but it's a lot of work, but it's all about the numbers with books.
And then if I remember correctly, you said you sold CDs as well.
Yes. So used to get them in by the truckloads.
Amazing.
That is amazing to me, because, you know, the first time that I really kind of got interested in selling books was due to Lewis, formerly known as Sir Flip-A-Lots, but Sir Flip-A-Lots. But that's when I really kind of got interested in it. And, you know, it's just kind of been at the back of my mind, but it's, you know, now it's just there. And I'm like, look, I'm ready to kind of step into it. But I think the thing that I think about is, one, hopefully it's nothing like eBay, because, you know, I just can't with eBay. They just can't, you know, they ask for your blood type, you know, they just want you to do all these things. I can't with that.
Or Amazon ask for your firstborn child.
So we already broke up before we get going.
Amazon expect you to be a business from out the jump compared to eBay. You can make more money selling a book on eBay than you can off of Amazon. But Amazon, you're gonna make is gonna be a quicker velocity,
right?
Because the eBay fees are a lot cheaper than Amazon.
Right.
And so that's what, and I think that's what I want to, you know, learn more about, is if I'm just selling books on there, I mean, am I going to be getting a store? Am I going to be shipping them myself? Am I going to be sending them to Amazon? I mean, am I going to be paying $40 a month? I mean, you know, I just need to know.
The easiest way is probably to pay the $40 a month. Of course, start an LLC versus a sole proprietorship, because a lot of sellers, when you first start, you might say, I'm just doing this to get a couple bucks, but you don't know what the future is going to hold. And then later on, the LLC is going to give you more protection than the sole. Yes. So you might look at it as, today you might look at it, I'm just going to do it just to make $50 a month, just to pay this light bill or my phone bill. And this time next year, you'd be kicking yourself in the butt, like, man, I should have started LLC. Now I'm making $30,000 a month, and I got a sole proprietorship. Right. But then with shipping them, it's easy. You can like learn the Amazon platform. You can use your free tools. Just about probably everybody on here has Amazon. Purchase at least one item from Amazon. You can use the Amazon app. If you look at the corner, it has the camera. Hit the camera and look at the item. It pulls up the item. You scroll halfway through 3/4 of the screen down, you'll see where it says product details. Look at the rank of the book. Look at the price first, and then of course, there's a lot of math. At books category is 15% of this total fee. So, for example, if the book sells for $10, paying we dropping jewels again. Is the phone hot?
Yes. It just does not want to stay still. Okay.
So
y'all apologize. I'm not at home. Y'all know I'm on location.
It ain't nothing. So the book sells for $10. You're looking at 15%. You're paying $1.50 in fees, and just the fees, not including your pick, pack, and ship fee, and that can vary with stuff like that. So then, if you scan this book, it sells for $10. You pay zero cost at it. At the minimum, you're gonna make at least $1 off of it. At the minimum. Of course, depending on the weight of the book and the size and how much it's going to cost to get from you to Amazon and from Amazon to the customer. So you have to look at you have inbound shipping fee, which depending on your location and the quantity you ship, you have to ship it from you to Amazon, which might be, just say for example, on average 50 cents a pound. So the same book is 50 cents. So now you're at $10 for the book. You're at $1.50 in the fees. Then with the 50 cents, you're already in the whole $2. Then you gotta look at your pick, pack, and ship fee. Then there's another fee. So just say for fake numbers, without going too far in the weeds, just say it costs $3 for pick, pack, and ship. So now you had $5 profit off of this book. Then of course you got to factor in your time and material for tape and shipping the item to Amazon. So you can use your app. You want to start off with your app. Go a quarter of the way down, look at product details. Under product details, there's over 30 categories. Each category has different grading scales, ranked scales. So for a book, if the book is under $1 million, it generally sells in a month. But there's a lot of factors to that because a book, you're dealing with 5 different conditions. You have new, like new, very good, good and acceptable. And each book, you have multiple sellers selling those books. So then that's when you have to factor in multiple different things with selling that one book. So you have to factor that in. And key thing, I heard this last night where someone said, always price 1 penny under the other seller. The person
I wonder who said that.
Down at $1 or $3 and say I'm still making $30 off of this book. Yes, you're right. There are other people on the listing also. There's enough room for everybody to make a penny off of the book. So
everybody can make a penny off the book.
Can make a profit. So drop it down by 1 penny and be considerate to someone else, because you might just have that one item and they might have a warehouse full of it.
Yes, and y'all already know I'm the new Amazon seller. So I was the one who was like, well, can I just drop my price and sell out? Because I want to be done with it. And they were like, no, pump your brakes. There's something every day.
Well, okay, so once you gather, your books together, once I gather my books together. Okay, so I'm on my, now I got to pay for this shipping. So now I got to take it on to the post office like Tiana did. She was struggling that day to get to the post office. Yeah. So I go ahead and pay that, ship that off to them. Now, after it reaches them, what's the process?
Right now, you got to ship it to UPS. Then it ships to Amazon. Okay, so for example, the best book, you can't have a shipment over 50 pounds. You really want to go around 48 pounds just in case the box gets wet and hypothetically it adds a pound, 2 pounds to the book. You're at 51.2. Then Amazon's going to be like, no. So once it gets to Amazon, most likely it's going to go to a FC transfer center. A center near you. Amazon bases their centers based on the airport code. So if you live in CLT2, it could be Charlotte. If you live in Newark, whatever that code is. So you ship it to that area. Amazon uses an algorithm based on multiple different factors and sees where that book is best to be, most likely going to sell, or any of the items. It's going to say, all right, most people might be selling this book. More people in Chicago might be buying this book, hypothetically. Let's ship it there, so it's closer to the buyer. Like where you're at in Texas, it might what's the temperature? It might be warm. So bikinis, just say for example, those might sell all year round. Versus in Maine, nobody's buying a bikini around this time of year. So they'll probably ship those items, of course, basing on their algorithm that they don't have that data as much. They got tools that kind of help you out, but then you got to be real analytical. And so when they ship it, it gets dispersed to different areas where they deem the item might sell the fastest, or where
that makes sense.
Quantity of.
Right.
That makes sense. Well, I can see that for other items, but I guess it's true for books. I mean, everybody reads all over. But I just would have never thought, that you'd have to sort out who would read such and such. But, that's how it works. That's how it
takes care of that for you. Like I've learned, I just put in what I have, how many, and then they tell me where to send it. Because my very first, I sent 46 units in, and I sent everything to North Carolina. But then the second time I had the same product, and I was sending in units, and I had to break it up into 3 different boxes and send it to 3 different places. And even that first box I sent, my items were, y'all saw my Instagram post on Swagslayer Fashion where I was talking about FC transfer sucked because I had stuff sitting for like 2 weeks in facility transfer because they told me to send everything to North Carolina. But then when it got there, they broke it up and they started sending it elsewhere. So I prefer they just tell me where to send it and get it over with than to send it one place and then wait for them to send it, because that's a longer time to wait. So
right.
Then you got to factor in also, because when you, like, just say for example, you send it in on the 1st of you create your shipment on the 1st of January. Someone else created a shipment an hour after you with the same product that's in California. Then they have 2 people. So by the time it gets to wherever it gets to, then they're like, okay, we said it's going to go here, but now our algorithm shows that we need to ship it over here because the demand is over here.
Wow.
Yep.
There's a lot to
that. Just that fast.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was, Louis. She was heated, honey. She had been triggered.
Positive. Every post I have is a positive post. Not that day.
Nope, not that day. She was triggered, honey.
So Terry was asking, do you have to pay housing for the books or do they sell out before then? I think she means storage, same difference.
Yes, of course. You have to pay storage because, so it is based on cubic footage. I can't remember the exact price right now. So for example, if you have, it's what is it? And I know it off the top of my head, but I got a blank. But it's based on your cubic footage, and you pay monthly depending on the size of the item and how long it sits. And after it sits over a certain amount of period of time, they start charging you more.
Yeah, Lewis was saying long-term storage fees after a year. Just because I'm so new to Amazon, to Brittany's point where she was saying, do they give you, because everyone always talks about they give you a chance to pull your inventory for free. How true or not true is that? Is that a myth, Matt?
No, they do, but it's a legal myth. They're not doing it because they really want to. They're doing it because they have a change in their
policies. In
their policy, and they legality wise, they have to say, all right, we got to give them, the sellers, a chance to remove their items.
Right, but it's not just because they're being nice or they do it once a quarter. Right.
So let me ask this, just hypothetically, if I wanted to just sell the books on Amazon, but ship them myself, is that an option?
Yes, that's called merchant fulfill. I did that also. Then with merchant fulfill, that becomes, to make real profit on it, it becomes very tricky because then you have to learn a lot of different factors in, like, and to really make money off of it, you have to start doing at least 300 pieces per mailing. And that's considered pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you can ship out 300 pieces per mailing, depending on the zone, you can ship a book from from zone 1 to zone 1 to zone 2 for under a pound for about $1.64 versus shipping it medium mail, which is I think it's went up. I can't remember the exact, like $2.80 something. I can't remember the exact, but
it's $3 here.
Price, but a lot more logistics go into shipping medium mail. I mean,
okay. I was just curious because I've sold the book and shipped it myself. It cost me like $3 to ship it, but that was just me shipping it on my own. So I didn't know if that was an option, but I mean, it seems like it's a little bit more of an entanglement to do it yourself through Amazon. I don't need any more headaches. I just want something that's going to be a little easy peasy.
Yeah, I would say learn the FBA side first, and then venture out to doing that. Because the MF it's profitable. And then if you start learning hacks and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to have that kind of volume, honey. I was over here clutching my pearls when you said 300. I was like, 300 what, books?
Yeah. In order to ship 300 books.
No, ma'am, Press Ham. I can't do that.
You're going to have a lot of space.
Yeah, and I don't, Now, look, I'm just going to be honest. I don't even have that kind of space for inventory. That's why I get it in increments.
No. You and Christy are like, no, I can't do 300.
She said.
But you don't get 300. But in order to get the real discounted pricing, you have to do 300 pieces per mailing.
No, man.
Well, let me just let y'all know. You know what? This is week 3. It's Friday, so tomorrow starts my week 4 of Amazon with my coach.
Okay.
Geeky. If you haven't got her book, it's in the description below.
Geeky niche.
Matt's book about reselling books is in the description. It's the very first link under his name and his Instagram. Definitely grab that, read that. It's a good read. It's going to talk about all the stuff we talked about here, but a deep dive to give you more information. So if you're interested in selling books on Amazon, that's where you get all the gems. That's the key to open the door to your book resale game on Amazon. But
I'm going to tell y'all, buy both books. Now you got to buy Matt's book so you can get to know what you're about to do, and then you need to buy Nisha's book to know where you're going with Amazon. Know. You just need to know. The more you know, remember that. The more you know
where the money resides. Okay, so
I said. He said, "What did Rhonda say?" Yeah. I said, "No, ma'am, pressed ham. I'm not gonna do that." That's what I said. No, ma'am, pressed ham. See, it sounds better when I say it fast, because then y'all be like, what'd she just say?
Okay, merchant fulfilling is a beast, because I had a fire product. I drove over 1,500 miles now to pick them all up and sell them. No big deal. And I drove, I sat in the car and my husband drove, but that's not the point. And so they were selling so fast, I couldn't get them to Amazon fast enough. So I merchant fulfilled a whole bunch of them. And when I say to you, I was exhausted. Like, if somebody else buy this product, I'm going to be upset.
I did it.
And I was like, bags and bags, the IKEA bags that I, store my clothes in, bags full, taking them to the post office, right? On top of all of my Poshmark orders. And I just want to point out to you, I feel like I've never had so many Poshmark orders except for the same 2 weeks that I was also shipping Amazon orders. I was like, no one has ever bought this much stuff for me before, ever. What is happening? I was packing from dusk till dawn.
That's all right, babe. Make them coins, honey. When I say 2021, we all about securing them bags, baby.
But I lose $4. So packing it myself, I lost $4. If I shipped it to Amazon, I actually made more money. So that's also something to think about. If you're going to package yourself and ship it, how much money are you foregoing to ship it yourself? And because mine was selling so fast, I just said, I'll just do it. So I shipped half to Amazon and waited a week and a half for them to finally get it and sell it. And then I shipped the other half myself. But I took the $4 hit because I was shipping myself. So always make sure you're using that calculator so you know exactly how much it is to ship it merchant fulfilled and how much it is to ship it FBA. So I just want to life experience.
If you find a good product, hit every store with it. I have gone 5-6 hours grabbing a product.
Yeah.
And this summer I plan on taking a trip for 2 weeks and just chase products and just hit multiple states, shipping and buying products on the way.
I need a partner because I want to do that all summer. So I'm praying that me and Nisha can do it because I was like, I just need a partner where we meeting up and we just going to drive the country and load up and then ship to FBA and load up and then ship to FBA because that's all I want to do.
Oh, I want to go on a trip. I'm not buying nothing. I'm going to be shopping for other stuff, but I just want a road trip. Nisha, I want to go.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I'm just going to be shop. I would just do some sourcing while I'm out and, you know, all that.
Yeah, well, we can pay you to pack and print and all of that stuff. Yeah, we can find out a way to get you.
We might need to bring in somebody else to be doing all that. I'm gonna be trying to purchase my stuff and ship it back to my house. I might help y'all out, but y'all don't have to pay me. I'll do it out of love.
So Tasha says she has so many books, trying to get them listed on Posh. She has a couple hundred bins of books still. So Tasha,
bins on bins.
Oh, excuse me, my bad.
Bins on bins.
Glasses, Rhonda. But you may want to consider putting them on Amazon because, as Matt said, the velocity of book sales on Amazon is a lot higher than, of course, all of the other platforms combined. So, you know, that could be something you could consider. And you can cross-post them if you're going to merchant fulfill, but just always make sure if something goes wrong and you sell it twice, just don't send it to the Posh person, send it to the Amazon person because Amazon does not play. Okay.
Amazon, there's tools that will help you list the books quicker on Poshmark, on Amazon than there are on Poshmark.
Right. Very true. Very true. So nobody is saying, I make big money off of textbooks, specialty books by subjects like law, medical textbooks. College students are always looking for a bargain on textbooks. That's facts. That's how I started selling on Amazon. Before I knew reselling was like a thing, I would sell all of my college textbooks, all of my friends. I'm like, girl, you need that book? No, I'll take it. And then I would sell her book on Amazon.
And I still have a lot of my college books. I mean, and that is very true because when I was needing psychology books and things, I was always looking for the lowest price. And I did it through Amazon. As a matter of fact, then I got tired of doing that. And I said, I'll just rent my books from now on. But I still have a ton that I bought. Yeah. And those I think totally be helpful, especially now people trying to, you know, figure things out. Psychology books. I got you, boo.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, especially during the pandemic. So tell us, because books isn't the first thing you sold. What is the first thing that you sold, Matt?
Online?
Yes.
I've sold all kind of stuff online. I've sold women hair to adult toys to chicken manure to
y'all heard the chicken manure. He said he sold chicken manure online. Y'all
car parts.
Chicken manure.
I've tried to sell any and every. I have sold multiple different items. My grandmother was the type when we were living in New York. She used to bring my brother and I to Chinatown. So I was one of the kids. My earliest remember of selling stuff. I was like 3 years old. I remember we were in Brooklyn. I'm on the corner holding whistles. Selling whistles. And then I was a kid that stole candy, that sold it in school, sold baseball cards, basketball cards, pretty much anything that made a profit, I have tried to sell.
Yep. Christy sells adult toys out of her basement. I don't know what platform, but she does sell those too, and she does pretty well selling those. So definitely.
Yep. There's somebody out there lonely.
Hey, and that was before the pandemic. She was selling all of that. So I'm sure even now she's selling more. But Terry from Evolving Always Production says chicken industry is huge. I believe it because
it's huge.
Like I said, you know, they want to grow their own, you know, vegetables in their city where they don't have like farming land. And so that is something they need to have organic vegetables and food grown in their yard. So
I used to just get it from my garden. And then I was like, let me try selling this on Amazon. So I made a listing. I put it on Amazon. I sold some. Then I was like, all right, I got a friend that has a chicken coop. I live about an hour away. So I went to the homeless shelter, got a couple homeless guys, say, hey, man, we'll give you some food and some beer. And we're going to go over there. They scooped up all the chicken stuff, the chicken crap. And Then we brought it to my house. They processed it, dried it out. A couple of days later, put it in bags, and then shipped it off to Amazon.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I mean, you never think about that, but somebody got to do it.
Right. And somebody wants it because there's a guy, I was in another mastermind and where we met every day. That was difficult for me to go every day. But one of the guys saying he sold their little eggs. I can't think of the name of the animal. Oh man, they're tiny little speckled eggs. I forget who hatches them, and he sold them on Amazon. So I was like, no way. I had no idea. Chrissy's actually asking, can you sell adult toys on Amazon, Matt?
Yes.
Okay, so Chrissy, where the money reside? Where the money
reside, honey?
Come to the Amazon.
That's on Mary's little lamb, Christy.
You have to probably get ungated in that category. And Nisha's book can help you get ungated in that category.
And how about if you just take Nisha's, not her course, but let Nisha at Geeky Nisha on Instagram be your coach. And then she could just walk you through. Like you call her on the phone and she was like, yeah, click here, click there, boom, you're done. How about that? You ain't even got to read the book if you pay for her to be your coach. That's all I'm saying, because I ain't got time. I needed a coach.
Well, that is up my alley, is to have her be my coach. I'm just stacking little coins first. But, I got you, Nisha. I got you.
Because there's nothing like reading a book. I love to read. I will read.
I love to read.
Book. And then I will take a course because I'm all for paying to get to the next step. I don't have time. But to be able to call a human being that has the knowledge or text in the middle of the night, like, oh my God, this is not working. And she'd be like, oh, all you have to do is this. That is priceless. Like you guys have no idea. It's like when you play basketball, you're not like out, practicing and like, oh, let me rewind that video that my coach made. No, the coach is sitting right there coaching you every step of the way. That's how you become great. That's all I'm saying. I can't wait to give you
and that is, and you know what, that is key, because you don't get that all the time from people. So by her and so by her offering or including that in her coaching business, that's amazing. It is up to her.
It is. Not many people do it. You're totally right. Because I searched high and low and couldn't find anybody until I came across Nisha. I appreciate her so much. You guys have no idea. I'm super stoked to give y'all my 30-day update. I still have 7 more days before I give it. But
okay, well, give it to us then, girl, because we want to know. We want to know the deets.
Yes. Hopefully I reach my goal. Fingers crossed. I'm almost there. I'm getting nervous. Nisha be telling me to calm down, but I'm like, but I just have to hit it. And she's like, it's okay. You're doing
all right.
No, it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. I tell you, you've been kicking it out the ballpark so far. So you know what? You're doing better than the average bear.
Thank you. So I had another question, but my eyeballs, I can't see anything because they're so itchy. And so I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what I was gonna ask you.
Because your eyeball is just knocked it out your head.
Yes, it has. So while I think of that, this is a really good question. Are there any do's or don'ts for selling on Amazon, Matt?
Yes, there's a whole lot of them. Too many.
Oh, well, just give us a few.
I'll tell you the first one. The first do is feed the beast. In order to make money on it, you have to send an item, and then you have to actually take action and actually send something in. A good don't is don't worry about your start to someone else's start is going to be totally different. Your journey and my journey is different. Your why you're doing it is going to be totally different than mine, and vice versa. And another don't is read the Amazon terms of service and learn what you are actually doing and what you're actually getting into, or at least find someone who can help you get past some of those hurdles, because there's a whole lot of hurdles. Like I know a lot about it, but after learning on Clubhouse, that shit, I didn't even scratch the damn surface of Amazon. And I've sold a lot of different ones. I've done private label that I sucked at, but I want to try it again. I've done books, media, merch, and a couple other. I haven't really did the KDP, but I looked at it. But there's so many different parts of Amazon to try one and stick with that one and learn Keeper. I would say Keeper is probably one of the best tools on Amazon.
Yes, and with Keeper in mind, Matt has coming up, so make sure you are following Matt.
Yes, and buy my book. That would help you a lot.
Yes, yes.
Because using some of the stuff in there, you can use it with all the different categories.
Yes. But make sure you're following Matt on My World Ecom with 2 M's at the end, because he will be posting on Instagram. He is going to have a Keepa training webinar. So you want to make sure that you're following him so you get that notification, because it'll be limited to so many seats, because you're going to want Keepa training. Let me tell you, Keepa definitely goes hand in hand with your Amazon, no matter what you're selling. So you want to learn from an expert on how to use Keepa. I will be in the building because I need to know more about using Keepa. You guys know I'm new to it 3 weeks in. So I'm definitely going to be there for that. Definitely make sure you're following him on Instagram at My World Ecom with 2 M's at the end, so you can be privy to that drop, because you don't want the seats to fill up and you can't be there. Also, on another note, if Geeky Niche is full for her coaching, Matt does coaching as well for Amazon. So if you can't get in with Nisha because she's full, there's only so many hours in the day, you can get coaching with Matt as well. You can definitely DM him. All of his books, of course, are in the link at the description below. If for some reason you can't find the link in the description below, you can always find it on his Instagram, okay?
Well, I don't even know what that is that y'all were talking about, the webinar, but I'm just going to come because I just want to know what it is. I'm just coming.
It's a powerful tool that gives you a lot of analytics on a product.
Oh, analytics make my head hurt.
Yeah, but to sell on Amazon, Amazon gives you so much data with a product, and then learning that tool would help you say, all right, should I buy 5 of this item, or should I buy 50 of this item?
Right.
Or should I say, don't even buy this?
Does that apply to books as well?
Yes, it does. It does, and that's how I actually learned it, and learned it a lot better, because books have so many different categories and so many different sellers and so many different offers on a book versus a cup or something else like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So Matt,
for every product on Amazon.
We got people when they come into the webinar, so they're gonna be looking out for the drop. I am so excited because Keeper just looks like squiggly lines to me. I need to know what those squiggly lines.
Me too, child. It's like if it had a voice, it'd be like womp 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 womp.
You can't understand what they say.
That'd be me listening. What?
So tell us, what is your goal for reselling, future, whatever it might be, for 2021, or where you're going to see yourself in the next 5 years? I give 2 options because I know everybody doesn't want to share their monetary goal, and that is okay, but you can share where you plan to be in the next 5 years if you rather.
I want to be doing it more digitally, so I can just be in front of my laptop and just pushing buttons and calling and sending emails. So that's what I'm trying to start doing more of now. So start putting better systems in place that I can just start going to different stores and working out relationships with the brand managers and the brand owners to sell their products on Amazon, or not just Amazon, on Amazon, Walmart, and some of the other e-commerce sites.
Yes, because if y'all don't know, Walmart is coming up. It is trying to compete, of course, with Amazon. If you just shop for anything, you have seen commercials either on YouTube, your regular TV, wherever you stream your content, that they have been advertising 2-day shipping, pickups, all this stuff basically that Amazon does, because as you know, Amazon is kind of the leader in the industry. They set the example. Everybody else tries to follow behind them. As we spoke on Rhonda's show, Happy Hump Day Happy Hour on Wednesday, how eBay is now advertising you can try their clothes. Like Amazon says you could try their clothes, which can be kind of tricky because it's a third-party seller, you and me, who house the items. We ship it to the person, they try it, they return it, and we make no money for what we've done. But on Amazon, they're the leader because you ship your products to them, the person tries it, fine, they don't want it, they ship it back to Amazon. Like, you don't have to do the work in the in between. And then also with Walmart, they're trying to do 2-day shipping on everything. So if you see Amazon doing it, know that those big competitors behind them are going to follow suit. So Walmart might also be a platform you want to look for in the future to sell on, because as soon as I figure out this Amazon thing, which I'm realizing I'm never going to figure it out, I'm just play it by ear as I go. I am going to jump on the Walmart bandwagon and see what I can sell over there. But of course, remember, you have to fill your own Walmart orders. They don't have a Fulfill by Walmart yet.
Yeah. And in the wild, wild west right now, there's a lot of stuff that Walmart, there's a lot of loopholes in Walmart right now that a lot of people are making profit off of, like how they were on Amazon before they knew how Amazon was before Amazon caught a lot of the tactics that people were doing.
Yeah. But then that also means there's opportunity if you can figure out where to make that opportunity. And then depending on if you are ethical or unethical, how much opportunity you're going to make for yourself. But yes, be aware that it exists. It always exists on a new platform. How many of us started off on Poshmark at the beginning? It was the Wild West there too. And it still can be at times, but we've navigated through that and made our money along the way. So tell everyone where they can find you, Matt. Again, remind them about the webinar and when you think that'll be, and then tell them a little bit more about your book so they know what to expect when they purchase it in the description below.
All right. You can find me at Matt, My World Ecom on Instagram. I'm on YouTube too. I don't put a lot of stuff. I'm going to start though sometime soon. The book talks about ways and what words I use and what words not to use. We're going to distributors or bookstores about purchasing books and getting them, and ways on how to have companies pay you to remove the book. And then I'm having the webinar soon. I actually started writing it down, what I'm going to put together on Keeper, and it's going to be telling you how to analyze Keeper. And another thing I'm going to be doing also probably within the next, hopefully before summertime, is putting out Amazon software that helps Amazon sellers make better buying decisions.
Nice.
Oh,
like that.
That's
Nisha
exciting.
Has a question, which I'm sure she knows the answer to, but she also knows this is a gold nugget for all the rest of us. She says, Matt, do you have strategies for how to source for people who are sourcing on a budget?
Yes, go to the thrift store. Most of the people, a lot of your audience is Poshmark. I sold an item yesterday that I bought. It was a grill that I bought for $5 and it sold for $140. Nice. So there's a lot of items that when you go inside of your thrift stores that you can purchase, and how you can use, you can just pull out your Amazon app. It doesn't even have to be the seller app. You can use the regular Amazon app, go to the camera or type the name in and see what the item sells for. Then of course you got to look at the sales rank, but that's a whole nother ballpark, but at least that gives you the idea of what the item could possibly sell online for. Now, every item sells online, but the only difference is how often does it sell? Right.
And at what price point? And that is a good to point out, because you can sell previously used items on Amazon. I know a lot of us think it has to be a new item, but that is not the case. You can sell things that somebody else has used on Amazon. So if you're not into retail arbitrage, or you don't have capital that meets that in retail arbitrage requirement, because it can be very expensive, you can kind of continue to do what you already do, but look for things that can also be sold on Amazon along with your eBay and Poshmark closets that you have going on. So it's just one more little drip of income. You know how we talk about having multiple streams of income, even if it's a tiny drip, if you put a bucket underneath it, eventually that bucket will fill up. So I want to thank you so much for being on the show with us today, Matt. Lovely Rhonda.
Yes.
Being on location, making it work with your cell phone today.
Girl,
I appreciate that.
Yes, I wasn't going to miss talking to Matt, because I needed answers. I had questions.
Rhonda, please remind everybody where they can find you and where your show is, or your shows, I should say, with an S.
Oh, yes, shows, darling. Well, you can always find me on Instagram at the Pink Diva Studio. I'll host Brunch with Diva every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Wednesday, guys. I'm so excited for my upcoming shows. Matt, I mean, just so many other people. Oh my God, I'm just so excited. So Wednesday evenings, you can find me right here on YouTube for Hump Day Happy Hour. It's myself, Tiana, Swagslayer Fashion, Anessa_Lee are my co-host in this. And I do it every 2 weeks. So the next time I'll be around the 24th, I think. And we'll have 3 guests. It's audience participation, prizes. You bring your cocktail, tea, milk, water, whatever you want to bring, just to come have a good time, break up the week. Because, what is Hump Day? Wednesday, middle of the week. We trying to make it till Friday. Well, it's Friday today and I'm working half a day. So you guys come out and support that. If you have not subscribed to my channel, it is the Pink Diva Studio. Like, comment, share, and hope to see you guys there.
Yes, and don't forget, we are here every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Swagslayer Talk. We have wonderful guests. We drop all kind of knowledge, and we talk entrepreneurship and where the money resides. On Wednesday.
Where the money resides.
Yes. On Wednesday.
And that's on Mary Little Lamb.
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm about to make up. We'll discuss that later. Anyway, on Wednesday, I'm here on a Swagslayer Fashion YouTube channel with Brittany from Brittany All About Stuff, and we do a What Sold Wednesday. So you can see the different types of things we're selling on different platforms during different seasons and different times. I have been selling out of swim, so if your swim is not listed, your flip-flops and your shorts, get on that. They are selling like hotcakes right now.
I'm about to post some.
It's doing good on Poshmark swimsuits?
Yep. I sold 4 yesterday. So
I
sold 5. So
yep, I'm buying them up as I find them.
Yeah, like $60 a pop. So do be sure to be posting your season stuff. Always remember, try to post your season stuff a month before. If you see the grocery store or wherever you go, they're putting up the new season 2 months before. That means you need to start posting that season.
That you're behind.
Yes. So it starts to sell right when the season changes. I want to thank you, Slayer, so much for coming to hang out with us. And we will see you on Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, guys.
All right, later.